Are the Toronto Maple Leafs on the verge of a game-changing trade? Rumors are swirling about a potential acquisition that could elevate our offense just when we need it most. Imagine adding a dynamic forward who can not only score, but also thrive on the power play. Stay tuned as we dive into this exciting speculation that could reshape our lineup. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video to keep up with all the latest Leafs news. The Toronto Maple Leafs have made some strategic moves lately, and I'm here to break down the latest buzz surrounding the team. As we know, the Maple Leafs put a strong emphasis on goaltending and defense during the offseason, but the offense has really struggled to find its rhythm as the season kicked off. Recently, a trade proposal surfaced that caught my attention. It suggests that the Maple Leafs could acquire Ryan Strome from the Anaheim Ducks. Now, for those of you who may not be familiar, Strome is currently in the third year of a 5-year, $25 million deal, and he could be exactly the boost that the Leafs need in their lineup. The proposed deal involves Strome with a $2.5 million retention, while the Ducks would receive Kalle Jarnkrok, Pontus Holmberg, and a second-round pick in 2025 from Florida. Seems like a fair exchange, doesn't it? From Anaheim's perspective, this trade makes sense. They get off Strome's contract while bringing in a second-round pick and 2 NHL players, which includes Holmberg, a young forward who has the potential to be part of their future. Strome has been making some contributions, recording 3 goals and 3 assists for 6 points in 11 games. He could serve as a middle six forward for the Leafs, not only adding some much-needed scoring, but also contributing on the power play. Now, let's talk about the return for Anaheim. Holmberg may be a bottom 6 forward, but at just 25 years old, he fits well into their young core. In his NHL career so far, he's played 102 games, posting 12 goals and 19 assists for 31 points. This is a player who could grow and develop alongside the Ducks' rebuilding project. Then we have Jarnkrok, who's currently in the third year of his 4-year, $8.4 million deal. He's a veteran that could provide some stability on the Ducks' second or third line. Plus, if they choose to, they could flip him at the trade deadline to acquire even more assets. Now, speaking of Jarnkrok, he's been sidelined due to an injury he suffered during training camp. As of October 24th, he's still working through it with no clear timeline for return. Coach Craig Berube mentioned he hasn't been on the ice yet, which is definitely a concern. When he does come back, he'll likely slot into one of the top lines and contribute on the power play, just like he did last season when he notched 10 goals and 11 assists in 52 games. Let's pivot for a moment to the Ducks themselves. They haven't made the playoffs since the 2017-18 season, and while they're considered a rebuilding team, veteran forward Alex Killorn expressed optimism about competing for a playoff spot this season. He stated that the playoffs are indeed the goal, and while there's a long road ahead, he believes in the talent on the roster. Currently, the Ducks are sitting at a 4-5-2 record, which puts them near the bottom of the Pacific Division. So, what do I think about this proposed trade? Well, I'm honestly torn. On one hand, Strome could be that offensive spark the Leafs desperately need. On the other hand, giving up Jarnkrok and Holmberg feels like a risk, especially considering Jarnkrok's potential once he's healthy. Do you believe this is the right move for the Leafs? I really want to hear your thoughts on this. Let's get the conversation rolling in the comments below. What are your expectations? And do you share any frustrations about the current state of the team? Your insights could really add to the discussion. If you found this analysis helpful or intriguing, don't forget to like this video, share it with your fellow Leafs fans, and subscribe to my channel for all the latest updates. And please, activate that notification bell so you don't miss any essential news as we navigate through this season together.